In a world cluttered with information, where truth is power, Lawin Weekly News stands apart.
We delve deeper, uncover facts, and bring stories to light. From political showdowns and economic triumphs to the pulse of the street and the heart of the community.
We capture the moments that define us, stories that challenge, inspire, and transform.
Tune in live Sundays 8 a.m. Central Standard Time and Sundays 6 p.m. Central Standard Time.
These are Lawin headlines for this week. Asian community rallies against Texas bill limiting foreign land purchases. HISD employee fired for sending lewd video to student, parents unaware. Texas House sets strict gender definitions, excluding trans people. Whataburger faces $1 million lawsuit over onions in burger. Trump administration reportedly planning to send migrants to Libya via San Antonio. Pope Leo pushes for women's roles, but with defined limits. PH Consul General strengthens ties at Oklahoma Diplomatic Showcase. Maymay Entrada mourns passing of mom after cancer battle.
I am Nesca, and tonight we bring you the latest stories in the United States of America, especially in the state of Texas. So sit back, relax, and let Lawin Weekly News be your guide to the news that matters most. A Texas bill that would bar land sales to citizens of China, Iran, North Korea, and Russia is drawing opposition from Asian American communities and advocacy groups who say the proposal could lead to discrimination. Senate Bill 17, introduced by Republican lawmakers, is part of an effort to limit foreign ownership of Texas land, particularly near critical infrastructure. Supporters say the bill is necessary to protect national security and prevent potential threats from foreign governments. The bill is not yet passed and is currently under review in the Texas legislature. Lawmakers are considering amendments to address public concerns and refine the bill's language. Senate Bill 17 remains under legislative review as debate continues over balancing state security with property rights and anti-discrimination protections. Houston Independent School District or HISD officials confirmed that a Worthing High School employee sent a lewd snapshot video to an 18-year-old student and solicited sex, leading to his termination in 2024. Lloyd Ford, the employee, remains on the Texas Education Agency's Do Not Hire list, preventing him from working in Texas public schools while state investigators review the case. Ford denied the allegations, claiming he did not know the student involved. HISD stated it did not notify the public because Ford had not been criminally charged. The district attorney's office decided not to file charges, citing insufficient evidence from HISD police. Ford, who plans to run for city council in 2027, called the allegations politically motivated. He also presented a document claiming the allegation was not substantiated. But HISD disputed this and provided a version confirming the allegations. Ford, who started at Worthing High in the 2023 to 2024 school year, had faced a separate lawsuit in 2018 that was dropped after he took good faith actions. By late May 2024, HISD substantiated the sexual harassment claim but did not release details about the misconduct or evidence. The Texas House of Representatives voted to pass House Bill 229, which defines gender based on reproductive organs of birth, excluding transgender individuals from state records. The House approved the bill with an 86-36 vote. The legislation requires all state documents and policies to follow the binary gender definition. The bill affects over 120,000 transgender Texans, requiring identification with the sex assigned at birth. The bill sponsor, Representative Ellen Troxclair, stated that the bill aims to protect women's rights. The Texas Senate also passed Senate Bill 1257, requiring health insurers to cover costs associated with detransitioning for those who have undergone gender-affirming care. Transgender individuals and their allies have protested against these legislative actions. Texas resident has filed a lawsuit against Whataburger, seeking nearly $1 million in damages after he allegedly suffered an allergic reaction to a burger that contained onions, despite requesting no onions due to an allergy. Demery Ardell Wilson claims that he specifically instructed the restaurant to omit onions from his order but received a burger with onions, leading to the allergic reaction. The lawsuit alleges negligence on the part of Whataburger for failing to follow the customer's dietary request. The lawsuit seeks compensation for medical expenses, legal fees, and emotional distress. In June 2024, Wilson filed a similar lawsuit against Sonic, another fast food chain, for allegedly serving him a burger with onions despite his request for no onions. The case is still pending, with Sonic requesting a jury trial. Whataburger has not yet issued a public statement regarding the lawsuit. The case underscores concerns over food allergies and the accuracy of customer orders in the fast food industry.
Hello po dyan sa mga taga-Texas. Nandyan po kami ni Desa sa June 14 at meron po kaming show sa Gaylord Texan Resort and Convention Center on June 14. So, nandyan po ang mga detalye below sa ating poster and I hope to see you soon, guys. See you sa June 14.
In a world filled with fleeting moments, there's beauty waiting to be captured. My name is Christian, and I specialize in immortalizing your most precious memories. From elegant weddings to vibrant events and timeless portraits, I'm here to make every moment unforgettable. Let me tell your story through the lens. Contact me today and let's create magic together.
An Austin-based physician is advising the public on proper rabies treatment after several recent fox attacks in Hays County, Texas, left multiple individuals injured and in need of medical care. Health officials confirmed that many of the victims required post-exposure rabies prophylaxis, a critical treatment following bites from potentially rabid animals. Rabies is a viral disease that affects the central nervous system and is most commonly transmitted through the bite of an infected mammal. Medical experts stress that immediate medical attention is essential after any bite from a wild animal. Post-exposure treatment includes a series of rabies vaccinations administered over a 14-day period, along with rabies immunoglobulin for patients who have never been previously vaccinated. The initial vaccine should be given as soon as possible, followed by additional doses on days 3, 7, and 14. Symptoms of rabies may begin with fever and headache, eventually leading to a more severe neurological effects if untreated. A Chinese artificial intelligence developer based in North Texas may relocate due to the recent passage of Texas Senate Bill 17, or SB 17, which restricts land ownership by citizens of certain foreign nations. The bill approved by state lawmakers prohibits individuals from China, North Korea, Iran, and Russia from purchasing land in Texas, citing national security concerns. The developer, who resides in Texas on a valid work visa, expressed concern over the new restrictions, which impact the ability to purchase a home, a right previously available under state law. The limitations have created uncertainty for foreign professionals working in Texas, especially those in the technology sector. While the bill excludes exceptions for scholarly research and creative works, it does not address concerns from those outside academic fields. Business and tech leaders worry the legislation could discourage international talent from choosing Texas as a destination for work and innovation. Local shelters and animal care officials are urging pet owners to take steps to protect their animals during the heat wave. The rising temperatures have prompted the city's Animal Care Services, or ACS, to remind pet owners of their legal obligations to ensure the safety of their pets. As part of San Antonio's heat advisory, Animal Care Services has emphasized that providing water, shade, and shelter is a legal requirement. Pet owners are reminded that failure to comply with these laws could result in fines or penalties. In response to the heat, the city has opened cooling centers to help residents manage the heat. ACS officers are patrolling neighborhoods to ensure compliance with pet safety regulations, including prohibiting leaving animals in hot vehicles. As part of their zero-tolerance stance on weather-related violations, ACS officials are stressing that any pet owner found neglecting their animal's safety will face penalties. San Antonio residents are encouraged to continue taking measures to protect their pets during the heat wave. A federal grand jury has indicted Milwaukee County Circuit Court Judge Hannah Dugan on charges of obstruction and concealing a person from arrest. The charges are related to an incident in April 2025, and prosecutors say Judge Dugan helped Eduardo Flores Ruiz, an undocumented immigrant, avoid arrest by U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE, officers. This happened during a court hearing where Dugan allegedly directed Flores Ruiz and his attorney to leave through a back door. Flores Ruiz was later arrested outside the courthouse. Judge Dugan has filed a motion to dismiss the charges. Her lawyers argue that she was acting within her official role as a judge and is protected by the judicial immunity. They referred to a 2023 U.S. Supreme Court ruling that confirmed judges cannot be prosecuted for actions taken as part of their official duties. If found guilty, she could face up to 6 years in prison, and her arraignment is scheduled for Thursday. The Trump administration has announced plans to end the Temporary Protected Status, or TPS, for Afghan refugees, affecting about 11,000 individuals across the United States, including many in San Antonio, Texas. TPS was granted to Afghan nationals to provide refuge from the Taliban and threats of violence in Afghanistan. It allowed them to live and work in the U.S. without fear of deportation. However, the administration's decision means the status will expire on May 20th this year, with the official termination set for July 12th this year also. After that, affected individuals will need to find alternative legal ways to stay in the U.S. or face potential deportation. The Department of Homeland Security, or DHS, claims that conditions in Afghanistan have improved enough for safe return, but critics argue that security and humanitarian issues persist in the country. As the expiration deadline approaches, advocates are continuing efforts to seek legal avenues to protect Afghan refugees in the U.S. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. on Tuesday extended his congratulations and cooperation to the newly elected officials following the 2025 national and local elections, emphasizing the need for unity and collective action in governance. In a statement released a day after the midterm polls, Marcos thanked the Filipino electorate for participating in what he described as a peaceful, orderly, and dignified election process. He referred to the elections as a celebration of democratic continuity and a call to confront the challenges facing the country. The Commission on Elections reported long voter lines in several areas, with some regions calling for additional automated counting machines to facilitate the process. Despite logistical concerns, election results have been announced in multiple regions, confirming victories for various candidates. Marcos emphasized that public service continues beyond the election period and urged all officials, regardless of political affiliation, to contribute to nation building. Pope Leo XIV, formerly Cardinal Robert Prevost, has made notable strides in enhancing women's roles within the Vatican. One of his key actions includes appointing women to the Vatican board responsible for evaluating nominations for bishops. However, he remains firm in his stance that women cannot be ordained as priests. While Pope Leo has expressed a progressive view on women's involvement in church leadership, he has remained non-committal about the potential for women to serve in ministerial roles. His leadership, informed by years of experience working in Peru, where women often lead church communities, is marked by a listening approach and a deep respect for women in the church. Despite his openness to increasing women's influence in decision-making processes, Pope Leo maintains a balance between elevating their roles and adhering to traditional Catholic doctrine. Consul General Gunther Salas participated in the 2025 Oklahoma Showcase from May 6 to 8, 2025, to meet with local officials and academic leaders and explore areas of collaboration. The event, organized by Global Oklahoma, brought together accredited consular officials to engage with the state's institutions and stakeholders. Salas met with Oklahoma Governor Kevin Stitt and Oklahoma State University President Jim Hess, and academic exchanges aligning with Oklahoma's strategic priorities. In addition to official meetings, Salas also met with Filipinos or members of the Filipino community in Oklahoma. He discussed the preparations for the Philippine Consulate's upcoming consular outreach mission scheduled for July. The Oklahoma Showcase aimed to strengthen ties between the state and the International Diplomatic Corps through dialogue and cooperation. The NBA has fined Golden State Warriors forward Draymond Green $50,000 for comments made about game officials during Game 3 of the Western Conference semifinals. In a statement released Wednesday, the league said Green made inappropriate remarks that questioned the integrity of the referees. According to ESPN, Green referenced the game's 5.5-point spread while addressing the officiating. Green fouled out in the fourth quarter of Saturday's game, which ended in a 102-97 loss to the Minnesota Timberwolves. He finished the game with 2 points. Filipino basketball player Kai Soto has re-signed with the Koshigaya Alphas for the upcoming season in Japan's B-League, the team announced Friday. Soto confirmed his return after recovering from a torn ACL that ended his previous season early. The injury occurred during a game against Mikawa in January. In a social media post, Soto expressed his gratitude and optimism. The 7'3" center aims to make a full return and contribute to the team's success in the next campaign. His renewed commitment marks the continuation of his professional basketball career in Japan. Thomas Markle Sr., father of Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex, has relocated to Cebu City, Philippines, marking a new chapter in the ongoing story of the Markle family. The 80-year-old retired Hollywood lighting director and regional Emmy Award winner moved earlier this year from his longtime residence in Rosarito, Mexico. Now residing in a high-rise apartment in Cebu, Markle reportedly pays approximately $660 or 37,000 pesos in monthly rent, according to British media outlets. His move to the Philippines' oldest city has drawn international attention, particularly from the British press, given his connection to the British royal family. Markle's son, Thomas Markle Jr., 58, has taken on the role of a caretaker, assisting his father in adapting to his new environment and the tropical climate of Cebu. The reasons behind Markle Sr.'s departure from his coastal bungalow in Rosarito have not been disclosed publicly. Actress Maymay Entrada announced on Friday, May 16, the passing of her mother, Lorna Entrada, after a 2-year battle with cancer. In an Instagram post, Entrada shared her grief and memories of their final moments together. She included a video of the two walking through the streets of Japan, where her mother had been living. Our Entrada described her mother as brave and acknowledged the sacrifice she made for their family. She expressed deep sorrow over the loss and said her mother was a constant source of love and support. The actress also encouraged others to express their love to their family members while there is still time, underscoring the value of connection and presence. As we brace ourselves for the upcoming weather changes, let's dive into what you can expect day by day. Whether you're planning outdoor activities or just preparing for the week, we've got you covered with the most accurate forecast. Stay tuned with us as we take a closer look at the weather patterns that will impact our region. Remember, here at Lawin Weekly News, we bring you the clearest skies to the stormiest forecasts.
Here is your Lawin Weekly News weather forecast in Houston, Texas. On May 18th, Sunday, the highest temperature is 93 degrees Fahrenheit with a low of 79 degrees Fahrenheit. Expect a blend of sun and clouds, breezy and very warm conditions. On May 19th, Monday, the highest temperature is 92 degrees Fahrenheit with a low of 78 degrees Fahrenheit. Anticipate breezy, very warm, and humid weather with sunshine and a few clouds. On May 20th, Tuesday, the highest temperature is 93 degrees Fahrenheit with a low of 72 degrees Fahrenheit. The day will be breezy in the morning, followed by very warm conditions with intervals of clouds and sunshine. On May 21st, Wednesday, the highest temperature is 94 degrees Fahrenheit with a low of 68 degrees Fahrenheit. Expect rather cloudy and very warm weather with less humidity. On May 22nd, Thursday, the highest temperature is 93 degrees Fahrenheit with a low of 69 degrees Fahrenheit. Anticipate mostly sunny and remaining very warm conditions. On May 23rd, Friday, the highest temperature is 90 degrees Fahrenheit with a low of 70 degrees Fahrenheit. The day will be sunny to partly cloudy. On May 24th, Saturday, the highest temperature is 89 degrees Fahrenheit with a low of 71 degrees Fahrenheit. Expect mostly sunny skies with warm temperatures.
So those were the latest stories in Texas from Lawin Media Network. Have a great day.
Lawin Weekly News.
Tune in live Sundays 8 a.m. Central Standard Time and Sundays 6 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Lawin Weekly News.